game here against Voloshka. We're gonna go with, let's go with C4. Actually, let's go with D4. What rating have you right now on this account? 1684 for the Blitz rating right now. Right here at the bottom for you. All right, we're gonna go with Knight F3. Play G3. Bishop G2. Get castled. So this is fairly standard opening play by both sides. We're going to play A6. He wants to play B5, I believe. I don't need to play E4 so soon then. Let's go with B3 here. If he ever plays B5, this does open up the diagonal a bit. So if I play E4, I kind of close the diagonal, so I don't need to rush E4 just yet. Just going to play Bishop B2. How's my E4 repertoire? It's okay. I used to play E4 quite a lot when I was at a lower rating, or not that it's only for lower rated people, but I used to play a lot when I was at a lower rating. I think it's still pretty good at the moment. I'm not like worried that I'd play badly or anything like that. Okay, plays D5. I'm gonna go E3 here, and we're gonna play F3 pretty soon to break up this big pawn chain. I do play D4 in like tournaments and serious games and on my main account for the most part, though. Just kind of trying out some other openings here just to show you guys that not wanting to be so repetitive with the same opening every time. All right, we're gonna go Queen takes F3, threatening now the D5 pawn. So he probably has to exchange it, and then I'll play Knight takes C4. Have I ever played the English or the Bird? I've played the English, not in tournaments, but I've played the English plenty on on chess.com and stuff like that. Have I played the Bird though? Not a huge fan of the Bird. Very risky. I wouldn't say risky, but it's just not a very good opening, in my opinion. So we're gonna go Rook D1, and then Knight to E5. I do have to be a little bit aware of this bishop to G4 skewer. But if he takes my knight and I take back, I open up the attack on his queen before he can do bishop G4. So if he plays like queen E7, though, then that's probably his best move, I would assume. Queen E7-ish, something like that. I really only play the Queen's Gambit, far too newbie to learn lots. Yeah, you don't need to know like all the openings in the world to be, to play chess or anything like that. Just got to know the basics for the most part. That'll definitely take you up the rating scale. I don't want to take because he takes back with the pawn, and then things are kind of closed up a bit. I'm going to play E4 here, I believe. Yeah, we're going to go E4 here. He's going to take my knight, and I'm probably going to play like queen takes back. So, not entirely sure. Yeah, so he's just going to take back with the queen. Get away from those bishop G4 problems. And now we're also on a nice diagonal that might head toward a checkmate at the right time. Probably going to play King H1 pretty soon, just so that there's no problems on this diagonal for whatever reason. We're going to play King H1 and then eventually push this pawn, is the idea. Okay, this feels like a pretty big mistake. Maybe not. All right, if I play King H1, he's going to play Knight G4, and then he's going to get into E3 or F2, which is a bit annoying to face. But then I play E6. So I still feel like I'm okay. So King H1, Knight G4, E6, threatening checkmate. Still feels okay for me. Yeah, that should be fine. Knight G4, E6 is the move, or the idea. Or something like that. Something like that. If he plays knight d7, then definitely e6. Alright, knight g4. There's also ideas of like bishop a3 to hit the rook. e6, he plays f6. e6, f6. And then he's still got all those threats in the position. e7, the rook moves. That should be fine. Alright, I think this works out. e6 threatening checkmate on g7. He should play f6 to guard it. To stop it. If he plays knight f6, I'm just going to sacrifice. Rook takes, and then that's not good for him. So he has to play f6 here. And then I'm going to push the pawn down to e7 even more. Hey, JPK. How's it going? Hope you're enjoying the stream here. So f6, push the pawn to e7, and then maybe like queen c4. Okay. Well, of course, that's a big mistake. Not really what I was expecting. But, okay, that's a free checkmate. All right, we'll get another, or we'll analyze the game here. Not too much to say about the opening. It's played decently by both sides here. Not a big fan of his e4 move here. He should just continue with like queen c7, move this knight, get the bishop in the game. e4 looks aggressive, looks like it's attacking my knight. But as we see, we can undermine this with f3. He takes, I take. Now this is weak. He takes, I take. Now I have 2 pawns in the center versus his 0 pawns in the center. And we eventually get the pawn pushing forward. And white's already got a very nice position here. 2 pawns in the center. 2 nice, 2 nice bishops that are both fianchettoed. Threats against g7 potentially. Knight's placed nicely here. He ends up trading, which I don't think is very good here either. He should just play like bishop e6, queen e7, put the rook on d8, and make the best use of what he's got. Trading, though, allows me to play this e6 idea with the checkmate threat. He should play f6, stop the checkmate. I would play e7. He goes here. I check. He goes here. I play like queen f7. He's actually in a pretty bad spot here as well, unfortunately. There's no good way to keep the rook defended. He goes here, I just pick that up. Yeah, he's in a pretty rough spot here too. This is what I was gonna do if he had played f6, which he has to do. If he plays knight f6 to block it, I can just sacrifice, and then there's no way for him to stop the checkmate threats at all. So yeah, I had to play f6, but even after this, he's in a bad situation here. The rook is going to be lost, or he's going to at least lose the bishop after he goes here. Just take that. All right, so let's put out another seek here. We're up to 19.